His wife took him to court after 6 children, no birth control. And what happened next shocked everyone. I want you to watch this video to the end. Make sure you learn something from it. I'll be right back to talk more on it. Let's watch.
If he does not get a vasectomy, it's the end of you and me, okay? I've had 6 children. I am tired. He said that he doesn't believe in birth control. He don't even believe in condoms. And I've had enough. I've lost my body, my career, and everything.
The judge
yes, Your Honor.
But the husband said he loves his wife, that he believes in his role as a provider, and went further to say that intimacy is part of marriage. He refused birth control because of his faith.
Ooh, your wife gave an opening statement for you.
I'd say.
What do you say?
Yeah, Your Honor, look, I love my wife. Okay.
I like that we start off
we start
like
off with that. And I'm a dedicated Christian, and I believe in the roles of marriage, and me a provider, and her providing intimacy to me, her husband. I provided for our marriage throughout 11 years, supported her, and in terms of vasectomy, I just don't believe in that.
Mrs. Brown, I realize that you actually brought divorce papers to court. Corey, to please retrieve the divorce papers, because I'd like to see how serious we are. Because I think it's actually important for both parties, thank you, sir, to know when you walk in the door. Yes, as a matter of fact, and Mrs. Brown, not only did she sign, there needs to be some resolution. Am I correct, Mrs. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go back for a little bit. How did you all meet and fall in love and find that you were each other's person?
Then the wife reviewed something.
I met Mr. Brown online. I saw his profile picture. I thought he was very handsome, and he drew me right in. What I liked the most was that he was a man of God, and that's very important to me first and foremost. So after that, we just couldn't stop talking to each other. We'd be on the phone all night. I promise you, I felt like I knew this man my entire life.
So you really felt like God had answered your prayers?
Yes, yes, he did it. Oh my God.
Yes. So I definitely understand that. No question whatsoever. Mr. Brown, did you feel the same way?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm wondering, how in the world did it go so wrong? Because 11 months in, what happened, Mrs. Brown?
Then the wife reviewed something that made the situation even worse.
So I got pregnant with my first son. And after that, you know, I was okay with being fruitful and multiplying. He told me his beliefs beforehand, which I agreed to, that he didn't believe in birth control. And I was okay with that. I was okay with it. I didn't really think about the long-term consequences at that time. You know, it was baby after baby after baby. And so, like, we have to stop this.
Did you have that conversation?
Yes. I told him, I said, listen, we're going to have to do condoms. We're going to have to do something if you're not willing to do birth control, because I'm even willing to explore that. Maybe some natural herbs, something, you know? And so he told me, well, I don't want to wear any condoms. That doesn't feel natural. You know, that creates a barrier between husband and wife, and that's not of God. And so he was like,
don't you know God made the men and women that made the condoms?
She said she lost her career, her health, and even her freedom. She feels pressure into intimacy. She believes her husband is controlling her using religion.
Render unto your husband due benevolence. That was the Bible verse that he would use every time he would want to have sex, and I didn't want to have sex. Like, there was one time I was fertile, and I knew I was fertile because I was doing natural family planning, and so this was my fertile window, right? Okay, so I was just like, no due benevolence right now, okay, because right now I don't want to get pregnant. Okay, so he kept pushing and pushing. Okay, I'll pull out. And Your Honor, I don't trust this man to pull out of a driveway. Okay, I have 6 children. You know, so I mean, so then after that, I went ahead and we made love. You know what I mean? And I believed him.
You rendered the benevolence.
I rendered the benevolence. And so now it's time for me to get my medi-pedi.
Review something that made the situation even worse.
And so he was like, you didn't render due benevolence, so I'm not going to render due medi-pedi. That is what he told me.
Now,
I'm so sorry. I hate to get so emotional, but I'm not your whore. I am your wife. You don't change money for sex, Your Honor. This is supposed to be a sacred union, not a, just I pay you for sex type deal.
Your Honor.
The judge responded, saying that providing money is not the only support, that a wife's happiness and health also matter.
I'm listening to Miss Brown, and she making the opening statement better than I can.
Your Honor, I will admit that I desire my wife, but our roles are important, okay? So if I as a provider, I expect her to provide a role of intimacy. I say no do mani pedi for no do benevolence. It's just the fact that because I'm providing, I believe she should provide intimacy for that.
The judge responded, saying that providing money is not the only support. Health also matter.
Excuse me, let me talk a little bit about roles, Mr. Brown. My Lord, the jury out here doing the amen corner, okay? Ms. Brown, let's talk roles, because it's clear in this relationship that is bound in faith, and I truly believe blessed by God. I want you to think about what you have just said. God has brought the two of you together to walk in Christ's path. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right, we all agree on that. And if you have taken on the role of financial provider for the family, and your wife has taken on the role of caregiver for the family, I like to refer to that, and let's use another Bible verse, hedge of protection for the family.
Yes.
That's her job. Okay? So she is that hedge, that surrounding hedge. That is her job in your family. And she is providing it in ways that you could never have dreamt of. This is not the whore in the bedroom.
Right.
Okay? This is supposed to be the wife in your heart.
I think this marriage can still go on or be saved, or was this avoidable from the beginning? I want you to put down your answer in the comment section. Are you seeing me for the first time, or you've been watching without subscribing? Kindly subscribe to this channel. We have something very important. Sorry that we had a break for some time because of other things I was doing. I am fully back here to bring to you back to back beautiful marriage issues and things that can make your relationship grow. I want you to kindly subscribe to my channel. Share this video to your friends if you really enjoyed it. Make sure you watch part 2 and never skip coming here every 3 days in a week. I am fully back, like I said. Love you. See you then. Love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.